draft. That's something that they'll pull out of their pocket. Nova going to be on the A side of this draft to start things off, so they're going to have the first pick. But the Grace and Catherine standard bans are going to come through to start things off.
Yeah, no real surprises there. Nothing out of the ordinary. That's a bit of a surprise, though. Arden first pick. Did we just go back to Europe of summer?
I mean, one thing that I wanted to mention is in update 2.8, while the healing and the sustain is reduced, the barriers are not reduced, and the barriers should be stronger this update just because of that small change. So heroes such as Arden and Finn, that's why you're seeing them more and more. Arden, this is, I think, the first or second time we see it this season so far. Really excited to see what Eco can make out of it.
Pretty quick draft thus far. Team Solomon has actually done a really smart thing here with the Adagio pick. And then banning away the Black Feather, they left themselves open for so many different things. They obviously go with the Curl now, but they could have gone with the Celeste and put the Adagio in the captain role. They could have gone for a Lyra and gone for a double heal composition. Like, they had so many options. The Lyra is still available to them, and I expect them to actually maybe go that route. But with the Lance Celeste, very quick picks from Nova. So both teams having a very strong idea of what they want to do into this draft.
We saw a similar strategy coming from Nova last weekend versus Rogue. It did work well for them. So this time around, last time they had a Sky CP, I believe. This time they have the Celeste, who's a stronger carry just because she is more reliable, she's more stable. The Adagio Cruel, this is an extremely aggressive composition coming out of TSM if they apply the pressure early on. And we mentioned in the matchup Vainglory versus Lone Delphi, Vainglory can have a lot of dominance, especially in the jungle throughout the early game. Even though Lance is a strong hero, Cruel is the best at dueling. Rounding it out with Lyra, that's double healing comp. There's a lot of sustain coming through onto that Cruel, who's going to be already so tanky as carry composition. Nova does hold the late game edge, but I expect TSM to roll over them in the early game.
Yeah, that's the question, is can they get to the late game against a Cruel with all of this healing coming on through? And actually, no real way to proc mortal wounds on this side of Nova. This is actually going to be very difficult to deal with.
It's going to be very difficult to deal with. The only way that they really have to deal with it is going to be that they have a ton of crowd control.
All right, we'll see if they can use that crowd control to great effect. It's time to get into our first North American series of the day. Hashtag Vainglory on Twitter to let us know who you're supporting. It's TSM going up against Nova. It's time to head onto the Halcyon Fold and get into game one.
Well, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Nova versus TSM. Let's start the day for North America here. We're going to have a good time. I'm with Sean Ostino. How you doing, my man?
Doing well, Humanist. I'm glad to be here on my first cast for the VG8 here in North America, and I'm excited for this matchup between TSM and Nova.
Yeah, this is going to be a great matchup. We're looking at these drafts. Analysts had some mixed opinions there, but the thought was if TSM can get some early aggression, it would be to their benefit. How do you expect it to play out here early on?
Well, it already looks like we're having a little bit of early aggression here. You see Flash X coming out, poking a little bit into the jungle of Nova. But I expect to see Best Chuck NA actually working towards that alternating current. He already has that sharpshooter there. So he's going to be, looks like he's working towards that. And it looks like we're actually seeing them go up into the lane now. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun, Humanist.
It's going to be interesting and going to be fun. Flash just kind of holding it down in the lane till Chuck can get there. He got a nice rotation off in the jungle with Fallen C. He's ready to go. He's got the gift of fire burning in the lane, so they'll control this no problem. See, as the Lone Delphi's here. He's gonna look for an impale. Lands onto Chuck. You got the sigil there as well. You get the healing flask out. Chuck knocked back though. A lot of damage. Chuck, you're gonna go down here. Oh my goodness! First blood to Nova.
Yeah, if Best Chuck is going to be continuing to get hit by those impales, he's going to be in for trouble, and TSM is going to be in for trouble in this game. I feel like with Best Chuck actually being the laner here, we have a similar composition. It's pretty much like a siege comp in a way, but it's also a protect the carry comp. We do have him going to be the main damage dealer. We're going to have Vainglory do some weakness stacks on the side of Nova to just go ahead and bring down the damage they're doing.
Right.
If they can just continue to protect Best Chuck, and if he can position himself really well to avoid those impales, maybe get some crucibles coming out of Flash X, that would be great. We know that Flash X on this Lyra, he actually likes to build Crucible first. So him doing that is actually going to allow them not only to give high base heals at early game, but also be able to avoid some of those impales in the CC coming out of Nova.
I think that is a really good point, and that should actually pay off for them nicely in this game here. We'll see. And we expect Flash to build down that path. For now, he's just protecting Chuck up in the lane, kind of keeping Eco at bay as Truth looks to farm away. Of course, Truth wants to just scale into the late game. The question is, can Lone Delphi continue to land those impales like he did up in the lane for that first blood?
Yeah, it looks like they're rotating down here towards that Elder Tree, and Nova's already pulling them towards them.
We're going to move in here. They get fired. Vonsi, he's deep onto Truth. Truth dropping low. I think he popped that healing blast right there as he kites back. The root came out. Actually, it's Vonsi rooted by Delphi as Delphi kills for his team. So doing work here. Delphi almost playing like a captain right there, but exactly what they needed.
Yeah, nice steal for that mid healing camp onto Vonsi. If they just need to keep doing these little things. TSM, they're a world-renowned team. They need to just keep taking those little advantages from wherever they can, stealing away those jungle camps, taking that gold, that extra experience in CS. That's going to be really good for them, especially early game.
Right now, Truth, he's going to have his boots on cooldown for a while here. Doesn't have healing flask, so I think it's kind of an opportunity if they want to look to maybe get a gank on him. Vonsi only level 5. That's kind of the power spike, right? Where we see Coles oftentimes look for the ganks in the lane.
Yeah, we need to have him get up to that level 6, and once he gets there, almost caught out a little bit by Lone Delphi, but once he gets there, he's going to be able to get his From Hell's Heart, which is going to be huge. If he's able to get some stuns onto Truth as this Celeste here, they're really going to minimize a lot of the damage that's coming out of Nova, and they could pop on Truth and just delete him from the game. We know that Celeste is one of those squishier targets. She's those ranged mages, but once you get Vonsi, this bruiser with weakness stacks jumping on her, then we're going to have Best Chuck and A be able to delete her from the fold.
Vonsi just kind of biding his time at this point. They drop down as a team. TSM all shop up. Best Chuck, he's at the point where he has this alternating current, but not, I don't think, in a position where he's really threatening Nova, unless Nova just completely overcommit to him. So I kind of like what's happening here with Nova's draft. It feels really well balanced to me.
Yeah, if you look at actually Best Chuck, he's got minion candy. He's holding that there in his pocket, so he's going to be saving that for maybe pushing up the lane a little bit under Nova's turret there. And Vonsi's actually got that tension bow. That's that very assassin-like style burst damage that we're going to be seeing coming out of him.
Oh, he's trying to sneak around to the top, too.
Yeah, it looks like they're all members of TSM are up here in the lane just waiting for something to happen.
Look at him, he's waiting out the Helio. What a god, Vonsi. Someone's about to get hit with the boomerang from Hell's Heart. I'm calling it. Who's it gonna be? Vonsi, make the magic happen for us plebs. Oh, he just reveals himself, so they know what's going on. TSM just kind of flexing, but this is what you'd expect with a double heal as well, right? Like Vonsi just kind of hangs out waiting in the wings, like, I'm here, you want to do something, go for it, but they can't get through the heals.
Yeah, that's all he needs to do, and we actually had Flash X got the Crucible online already, so if we're going to have any Impales coming down, any Gauntlets coming down, we see that Eco's actually at level 5 now, then he's going to be able to block those for his team.
A little more shopping down. It's going to be Sarblade picked up now for Delphi. Delphi's an absolute playmaker on this Lance. I love the jungle Lance in general. Dark Potato always comes through with it, but Delphi, one of the best. God, that's gonna be a missed impale out of Delphi, though. Swing and a miss, can't land them all.
Yeah, and that's the interesting thing, too, about this Lone Delphi's Lance, is that he's not the utility Lance. Like, if typically, good block from Flash X. Typically, when we have the utility Lance, the Captain Lance, he's gonna probably pick up an Echo so that he can get multiple Impales or multiple Githian walls off. But with this Jungler Lance, he's gonna have a hard time. He's gonna have to just do one and done. Hit an Impale, they need to capitalize on it.
One and done! I called it right there. Nova go up 2-0. Delphi setting it up.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we were just talking about. I guess it's the curse of the caster, Humanist.
Wow,
More fighting.
Vonsi gonna go. He gets a tail. They're gonna go for more. The healing flask isn't enough. Vonsi, you made mistakes. You should have had a little bit of fear there.
Oh my goodness. These impales, they just keep landing, and I think we were a little bit hesitant on saying he was going to land these, but now he's actually doing a really good job of it. He's building. Oh, there's still more fighting going on here.
They're gonna miss the core collapse. Soulstorm comes through. Chuck trading the damage, but this is Truth way low on energy and health. You gotta get out of here. Flash, he comes through the arcane passage. It's gonna fountain out of Eco. And Nova will get out of this one successfully. Man, they were in deep too.
Yeah, that was a really good trade for them. Taking 2 kills right there, 7 minutes and 40 seconds into the game here. We don't have too much of a gold lead right now for them. It's only about 500 for Nova. It looks like there's more engage.
My goodness. Von C sees Celeste. Von C goes for Celeste. It's pretty much that simple. Best Chuck doing his best to survive, apply damage. Flash doing a really good job to control these fights.
Another thing I want to bring up too is since we have the nerf healing pretty much on all sustained items for patch 2.8, we actually see that Flash X does have an Iron Guard contract on him. That's going to be helping with that extra healing, you know, like getting those lane minions down, and along with his massive burst heals that are going to be coming out of his Imperial Sigils. Those are really going to be good for his team. We actually see kind of the opposite for the pseudo healing with Eco, and he's got the Protector contract there, so he's going to be giving not only the Vanguards for that pseudo healing, that fortified health, but or the barriers, but we're also going to have that barrier coming out of those Protector contracts as well.
I really like that. It kind of just feeds into the same idea of just defending the target, makes it harder for them to kill, and it really amplifies kind of what you have when you do drop the lands on the front line. You can go ahead and just give them that Vanguard plus the Protector contract. That's a whole lot of sustain and durability that you can dish out there. TSM as 3 rotating up to the lane. They get there in time to go ahead and thwart any aggression.
We actually see Truth already has hit that level 8 power spike for the Celeste. He does have the Eve of Harvest for that sustain. A little bit of sustain, some lifesteal too. We have Frostburn coming online too. It looks like he's working into that clockwork, so that's going to allow him to be able to spam those Heliogenesis throughout the lane. And that's one of the things that's going to keep Von C more at bay, is just having those Heliogenesis like star mines just everywhere.
Yeah, that's going to be really tough for the Krull to get through, so these guys are going to have to strike fast when they go for it. I'm actually interested to see, Sean, if we see like an Arcane Passage engage with like a From Hell's Heart just instantly onto the back lines, but they have opportunities for very interesting engagements.
They do, and that would be interesting to see that happen. I feel like I don't see TSM and Flash X really doing that, because unless they get him in a weird situation like
Arcane
this.
Passage, they're through! They're on to Truth. Truth's dropping low. Can he stay alive through this? The Fountain's gonna come out. Von C trying to get onto the back lines, but he can't. The Helios rain through. The Solar Storm rips through TSM. Have they gone too far? He's stunned up on the Gauntlet. They get the wall. They're able to take Von C down. Now Nova on the chase. Who doubted this team? Truth gets the Vanguard. He backs up. Chuck trying to trade blows, but he goes down. Another 2 kills for Nova. Now Lone Delphi misses his Impale. But it's okay, Delphi. We'll forgive you because that was a pretty great performance. Let's see if Flash tries to steal this gold miner. You know he's going to try with that sigil. It's all about, can he get in range? Can he have that perfect timing on this? It comes down to execution. Flash, get your moment here. Steal it.
Immense gold payout collected.
What was really interesting about that engage humanist is we see that we're getting more aggression here.
Von C, no fear, just fight. He's on the Truth. He went in by himself. Von C, they take the kill. Lone Delphi's dropping low. They probably get a kill. Yes, they do.
Oh my
Chuck
God.
has the damage. Eco's low, and they're gonna chase him down. We'll see what they go for after this. Maybe they take the Crystal Sentry as well. Nah, they're just gonna move back. Probably up in the lane, look for a push. What a great fight. How did that turn around like that?
Well, that was really good. I don't think they expected it to come out from after that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replay. So it looks here like Von C just came in and he kept going. He was getting those weakness stacks off on that Celeste, and that's who they need to target on the back line. They continued the aggression here, and once they got that burst healing, they were able to catch up to Eco and just take him down. Really good vengeance play, pretty much, coming out of TSM, and that's what they need to do here. Getting back to my original point, Humanist, I actually wanted to mention how we do see that Flash X, he's one of the greatest captains that we have in the Vainglory 8. But the thing with him and this Lyra is that Lyra is one of the squishier captains. So her portaling in like that, getting a bulwark down, sure, that's great to reduce the movement abilities that are coming out of a lot of the heroes from Nova. But doing that, he's also letting himself be susceptible to more damage.
Truth's burning. They're going to move forward. Another Arcane Passage. They want Truth. Truth can he get back? He gets the Vanguard. Really flashes as well. It's going to be a defensive gauntlet coming out, stunning Von C. Chuck moves around the bottom side ring around the rosy. He's ready to play some games. Truth actually goes down from the burning. That is insane.
Wow. Very defensive gauntlet there. But yeah, Truth taken out. And more aggression from TSM here. But FlashX actually does have a lot of sustain on him now. He also has a Fountain Renewal along with his Crucible. He has War Treads too, so he has a lot of base health. And as we know with Lyra, her base health allows for more burst healing coming out of her. So he has two methods of healing now in sustain. He's got the Fountain of Renewal, he's got the Crucible, and War Treads to be able to just give burst heals from those Imperial Sigils.
Yeah, he just absolutely turned Von C into a monster is what he's capable of at this point. All that healing, control, the movement speed. That's what you don't want if you're facing up against the Cruel.
No, and Cruel is actually like, he's pretty much the attack dog right now. In case anybody gets too close to Best Chuck or FlashX, then we're going to have Von C just be sick on them, on the members of Nova. He doesn't have a lot of kills right now. He's only got one of the kills, but we do see Best Chuck doing a lot of work there with 3 kills to his name.
Von C rotating around the backside, but they had vision. They know he's moving in. He's going to be stunned up. He gets 1 heal. Moving forward now, Helio's connecting. That's going to be From Hell's Heart just onto Eco, not the target that I assume he would have been hoping for there. Gauntlet's coming up in a couple seconds. This could turn around really nicely for Nova. If they're able to land these abilities. This TSM, kind of a swappy engagement there.
We do see Truth working towards, he's actually got that piercing shard there. He's going to be working towards that broken myth. Once he comes online in this late game here, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage and a lot of siege potential. And here's the engage.
The Arcane Passage one more time, but Truth, he takes it back out to the other side. Delphi's going to drop down. Truth dropping low to Best Chuck that forces the Fountain out of Eco. The MPL misses off the mark. Von C is inside the Gauntlet. He finds his target, takes him down. Now the chase is on. Von C popping that Aegis right there as he chases on to Delphi. Best Chuck booting forward, looking for the damage. Delphi goes over the wall. Most likely, there you go. And Eco will go ahead and get himself out of there. So TSM finding another fight.
They did, and now they're going to be able to capitalize on it, Humanist. They're going to be able to take this gold mine, and as we know, these gold mines are worth a lot more, and they fill up quicker now in this new update 2.8 here. And look at that.
Collected.
Immense gold payout.
Oh,
good for them.
That was efficient.
Yeah, right before the Kraken comes out. That's the perfect time to take the gold mine, perfect time to win a team fight. So if TSM could just win a team fight now, they're going to be able to take this 1,500 or 1,000 gold lead that they have, and they're going to be able to snowball and take a lot of turrets down. But they just have to play really carefully now because they don't want to get caught out by any of those impales. They want to be able to engage and maintain their aggression like they have been doing with FlashX and those arcane passages in, dropping those bright bulwarks down. If Von C is caught in with any of the members of Nova, he's going to be able to reduce so much damage with those weakness stacks. And it looks like they're just... Oh, they're caught out, though. They're going to go ahead and back off a little bit.
Vision's out. You see Truth kind of walking the line of Helios forward. There's your Arcane Passage forward. The stun up onto Von C immediately. A nice stun by Eco. But he's on to Truth. Truth trying to kite back. A couple weakness stacks applied. The Fountain has come out to keep him alive. Von C will go down. And now it's up to Best Chuck and Flash. Flash throws the sigil, but the Gauntlet's down. Stunning up Flash on his way out of here. Nova take 2, lose none. And now this is Nova taking the Kraken. This is going to be very quickly captured up here, Sean.
Yeah, it's going to be really quickly captured up. What was actually interesting about that last team fight is I was looking at Truth's health, and it just didn't go down. He was kept really healthy while he was kiting back, just throwing down those Helios. We saw Von C going so low, and he wasn't able to keep up the fight. And losing Von C in that fight was what really set back TSM.
Yeah, the way it's built, they really have so many tools to keep Von C alive while he does all of the work that you talked about before. Applying weakness stacks, getting onto a key target, finding stuns, applying damage, but whoa, there you go! From Hell's Heart, coming out onto Truth. Now Von C's deep in the back lane. There's a 2-man stun out of Eco. Oh no, it's Delphi! Oh, of course, that's the latest Delphi making the plays. He's got combat roll over the wall. You're in a bad place now, Eco. What's the play here? Vanguard over the wall. Best Chuck gets stunned up. He's got one, he's got 2! Oh, Delphi! One of the best lances I've ever seen play the game. Gets 2. Now he's gonna go join his buddy, the Kraken, and kick butt on this choke point turret.
She is his best friend right now. What was Vonsi doing in that mustache bush? He was just sitting there. He was just
Empower me! Empower me, mustache brush! Von C now, he wants to play games with the lance, but Eco's here. Weakness stacks applied. It's combat roll over the wall. He's just playing a little, I don't know. He's playing some kind of game, Von C! Make up your mind, man.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing there, but you know what? He was just fending them off, and now we're just going to see this Kraken push further into the base, past the choke point turret. She just smashed that thing to smithereens, man. And this is a dangerous situation that we have here for TSM. Nova's doing really well. They've actually swung the gold lead more heavily in their favor. They're about 1.5 to 2,000 gold up. 10 kills to 6 for the side of Nova. We're just going to have to see TSM probably play a little bit better here. We do see a Shiver Steel coming out of the of Von C, so he's going to be able to slow and kite Truth down a little bit better. And he's got a Poison Shiv and Tension Bow. I think he realized he was going pretty low in those fights, and this extra sustain is probably going to be helping him out.
All right, we'll see what the Shiver Steel can do. There you go, the portal one more time. A nice stun down right off the bat, but this is Nova and repositioning Truth. Can they keep him alive through this fight? Von C's dropping low. Look at the Heliogenesis. The supernova damage is intense. He dodges out the core collapse with Best Chuck, is locked onto Truth. A nice double stun coming out of Delphi. Can Delphi find the damage because they have lost Truth? Oh no, Best Chuck and Von C are tearing Nova apart. A double kill for Best Chuck as Delphi's just burning and running as quickly as he can, rolling and running, and I think he does get out of this one. Von C is on the chase. Von C bought some boots. He wants some. Von C gets some. He's gonna get some Crystal Century as well as the ace comes through for TSM.
Beautiful ace for TSM, and that rush, man, that's exactly what he needed to do. So, looking at this team fight, we had the Arcane Passage come through again, Bright Bulwark come down. A lot of damage, and I think this is where it happened right here. We actually saw Von C dive in, and once he dived in and he stuck to Celeste, even though she got the Solar Storm off, that really helped, and the stun coming through for the Verse of Judgment, that is what really made the big difference between TSM winning and losing that team fight.
That From Hell's Heart as well from Von C before he closed the gap there, bought them just an extra split second of time that I think really helped turn that fight. That was the thing of beauty. TSM's been on the back foot, but now they've turned it around. They have forward positioning here as flares do come out of Eco. They're not going to walk into a trap here, at least not at this rate. At this point, we'll hold that thought. They're going for another engage, another Arcane Passage. Nice core collapse on the Von C to start things off. Truth. Can he dodge out a boomerang from Hell's Heart coming back? It's not going to land on target. Delphi, the front line for his team. Best Chuck wants to move forward. The gauntlet's down. He's going to block it off as he gets out of here. He's taking way too much damage. Chuck, he stepped way too far forward. Von C, he wants to help his ally out. Nice core collapse onto Von C one more time. Delphi's dropping low, forces the Fountain out. Von C's still alive through the fight. He gets another heal, but will eventually fall. Now Truth wants to chase Best Chuck. Best Chuck, he's down. A nice get through wall, cleans up the kill. As Flash X just watches his teammates fall.
Oh, what I think was so bad about that last team fight, and I really feel for TSM, is that they got separated. They Arcane Passaged in, and it seemed like a good engage, like all the ones they've been doing throughout this game. But because they separated in such a way, they weren't able to effectively fight. It looked like Von C was maybe going to win, or actually take down Truth when he was on her on the back line.
Flash,
but
get that?
he just went so low, and it looks like oh, it's going to Nova.
Yeah.
Kraken going over to Nova, 21 minutes in. 12-9 right now for the side of Nova, and they're only ahead by a little bit of gold, but they're already breaching the base. They only have 2 crystal turrets remaining here for the side of TSM. There's 3. There's not that many left on the side of Nova for their turrets remaining, but TSM just gonna have to play this next team fight really carefully.
Well, I imagine they're going to execute a little more cleanly on this one, especially after the last engage where they got separated, as you had called out. Von C is going to move forward. He's on to Truth. Core collapse blocked off. Sigil's down. They have the movement speed. It's going to be out onto Eco as Delphi knocks them back with the gifting wall. Remember, the Kraken is marching forward. TSM have to make a choice. Do we engage? Do we get back on this Kraken? What's the play? Von C is going to be empowered. Oh, right back into the Arcane Passage. A nice core collapse with the gifting wall. Even better. The 2-man impale. Boom, Delphi making the plays. What a god lance. A double kill. Give him the triple. Don't take it. Oh, Truth. How could you do that to Delphi? Nova, wait, making the plays.
Nova making the plays with these Githian walls, these impales from this weapon-powered lance. What a god. Excellent game going over to Nova. Really exciting to watch, Humanist.
Oh, that was so exciting. I think a lot of people in this matchup typically would predict TSM. With a sub coming in here, they would probably definitely lean more towards TSM. But Nova come out with a strong composition, and they execute on it beautifully. To break this one down, Sean, we're going to go ahead and throw it over to